Good morning, guys. This is me, Rusty 78609, believe it or don't. In Central Texas, USA, it is 8:18 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is 47 top up degrees. It's cold and damp. Today is February the 4th, the day after yesterday. 2017, the year after last year. And I'm on Park Road 4, headed to Lowe's to do my walking because I got up and walked outside this morning and it was a little damp and a little cool, and I said, well, let's jump in our Prius motorhome and go to Lowe's and do our walking. For those of you that just fell into this trap, my channel, Rusty 78609, is about RVing and car camping and everything I can think of. Believe me. I did full-time RV pulling a travel trailer for 20 years plus, and went all over the western USA. And also now for the past 4 years I've been going camping in a Toyota Prius, a car. So if you're interested in car camping or going RVing, check out my playlist on my channel homepage. There'll be something there to help you out, I guarantee you. So having gotten the advertisement out of the way, I want to thank all you guys that have subscribed. I do appreciate it. And as far as coming up with creative new ideas for videos, I am not the greatest in the world at that, as you will soon find out. Anyway, again, thank all you guys at Fan Fund. I appreciate all of that. Anyway, I have got me some green tea and some dark chocolate almonds, and I'm going to do my walking, so life is good. And as you know, I did have a 12-volt cooler that I was going to use in my Prius when I went car camping, but I took it back yesterday because I didn't think it would work out for me, and that was the end of that. However, I got a lot of comments related to a video about Class B's, and B pluses, and C's, and I like that. Back to that one. That's a good topic. Why? Because I like it. I like dreaming. Dream, dream, dream. Without dreams, the people perish. With them, they perish, but with dreams, they perish with a smile on their face. You know, there's a B, a Class B, a Class B plus, and then there's a Class C, okay, for you new guys. And, you know, I didn't realize there was a B plus until a few years ago. And I stumbled across it because I found out that there were B's, Class B's, and then I was looking for a small, like 21-foot Class C, and during that search, I stumbled into B plus. So for you guys that are looking for RVs to suit your needs, you got lots of stuff to choose from. But I will say this for you to help you a little bit. The primary difference between a B, B plus, and a C is that a C normally has a separate bed. In other words, a bed that's a regular bed that you don't have to fold down your couch or whatever, or put down your dining room table. Now, there are Class C's that you do have to do that, the real small ones, but most of them have a separate bed if they're, 22 feet or longer. Now, the Class B's and B pluses, usually you have to fold the couch flat or something flat to make your bed. And if you're going to live in it, well, that might be a little, I don't know, something to think about. Some of them you have to fold down the dining room table. It's really easy to do. I've done it before in my 19-foot RV. I mean, I had a bed up there, and you just put the table down, and it's real easy to do. It just takes about 3 minutes. and you got a bed. And but as far as miles per gallon, I think that probably the Class B gets the best mileage. The B plus will be close, and I'd say you might get lucky and get 12 to 14, but I doubt it. In a B and a B plus, 12 to 14 miles per gallon would be on the high side, I think. Now for a Class C, you're looking at around 10 to 12 max, I think. Now they make some Class C's that are V6s, they're Chinooks, and they don't make them anymore, but they're damn pricey. Even an older unit is going to cost you a lot of money. So you're never going to justify that additional cost. So just find you a Class C that you like the layout of and go with it. Then you get into the situation where there's, for one person, they're going to be completely comfortable in a Class B, B plus, or C without a doubt. There's plenty of space for one person. One person and a dog, still okay. One person and a dog and a companion, then you're pushing it in a Class B unless you really get along. Because you would never really have any, quote, space of your own. You'd always be looking at that other individual, and I think that after a while that would probably get on both people's nerves. Okay? Now, in a Class C, still not going to have a lot of privacy there, but it would be better because you just have more space. They finally are coming and towing away that car. There's an old van that's been parked here for months, and now the sheriff's department is hauling it away. So anyway, what does that have to do with a Class B, B plus, C, RV? Nothing. But anyway, so back to the Class C, and the reason I like to talk about them is I'm actually thinking about getting a B, B plus, or a small C in the next 3 or 4 years. I really am. And so what I'm going to do with this fan funding money that I was going to spend on the cooler, I'm going to put it in a separate account and save that towards the down payment on a small used motorhome at some time in the future. When? Probably 3-4 years, isn't that right? 3 years, 4 years. Assuming I've got my health. I'm 71 years old. But I do like traveling. I really do, guys. I mean, now, do I want to live on the road? I've done it before, pulling a travel trailer, and I wasn't all that excited about it. And, maybe that was the wrong way to do it for me. And a Class B, B plus, or C without a tow vehicle would be perfect. I really don't want a tow vehicle. And, a lot of people are going to say, what are you going to do with your Prius and all that? Well, I would keep the Prius more than likely because I'd have to have I would like to have a vehicle when I was at my home base, but when I was traveling, I can pull into a grocery store and get supplies for 2 or 3 days and then go camp. And I hope I'm able to do that or force myself to do that, because the biggest expense when you've got a motorhome, or a van either for that matter, traveling, is your gasoline. The camping expenses are very, very minimal because you can boondock, you got public lands, you got Walmart, you got, for me, I'm a senior, I get half off at all federal lands, from federal parks. That would include national parks, Bureau of Land Management, Corps of Engineers, national forest, all half off if I chose to camp in a developed campground. If I went dispersed camping, then it's free for everybody, not just me. So it's just so much fun, guys. I mean, for me, again, a lot of people may not enjoy it, but I would recommend you give it a try. It's the adventure, guys, I guarantee you. And I go in my Prius now, which is nice, and I do enjoy it, but at some point, and I've mentioned this in a lot of videos prior to this one, at some point I feel like I'm just going to be a little old to be poo-pooing in a bucket and rolling in and rolling out of my bed in my Prius. So the comforts of a Class B, B plus, or C would be very nice, and the gas mileage wouldn't be, well, it would be to me horrible. Okay, I have to tell you, I'd have to probably get outside and throw up a few times after I filled up with gas because you pull up to a gas pump. Well, let's see, for me to go from here to Fort Stockton, it's 300 miles, and for easy figures, that takes me 6 gallons of gas. So when I pull into Fort Stockton now at $2 a gallon, I put in $12 worth. All right, well, let's just assume I got a Class B, B plus, or C that got a miraculous 10 miles to the gallon. That would be 30 gallons, would be $60. You hear me? That's just to get to Fort Stockton. We're not out of Texas yet. We still got another 250 miles to go. Shit. That's what I think about. How am I going to deal with that? But, I've done the budget, and we'll see. Anyway, we're leaving Park 4 now, Park Road 4. We're going to get up on 281 for you new guys. And we're going to go right towards Marble Falls, San Antonio. This road does go to San Antonio, Texas. It's about, close to 100 miles from here to San Antonio. Close. But anyway, we're going to go camping, and I'm going to we're going to go camping in the Prius soon, in March sometime, but I'm not going to go unless the weather is camping weather for me, which means low 50, high less than 90, somewhere. But the class, a small Class C, but God, I get to think about that gas mileage. If I took it like I went out to Quartzsite, that was basically a 2,200 mile trip. And in the Prius, it took me, let's see, that's 44 gallons in my Toyota Prius, which would be $88 at $2 a gallon. All right. If I did that same trip in a motorhome, Class B, B plus, or C, if I went out to Quartzsite from where I live in Central Texas, 2,200 miles round trip at 10 miles a gallon is 220 gallons. Times 2 is $440. Nearly 6 times as much, or 5 times. So, you got to think about that. But my thinking, see, one of the things I like to do in the summers is to get out of the heat in Central Texas. And my options on that are, of course, to go somewhere in my Prius now, or rent a condo or something in a place where the temperature is cooler, like Santa Fe, Taos, New Mexico, Angel Fire, Red River, Cuesta, or go on up into Colorado somewhere and rent a place by the month. To rent a place by the month in Taos, New Mexico, which is probably the least expensive of all of them, is around $1,000 if you can find it, because they have a peak season in the summer because all the people from Texas go up that way to get out of the heat, so the prices go up. So, could you live for less in a motorhome? Yeah, you could, even buying gasoline, even paying, $500 for gas round trip. You're better off. But while you're there, without a tow car, You know, I mean, but you know, then you got to find a place to park it by the month, and to park an RV by the month in the Taos Santa Fe area is going to cost you $500 a month minimum. And there you are in one spot, just sitting there. You might as well be living in there. So anyway, the flexibility of the Prius and the miles per gallon has really spoiled me in a lot of ways. Even though it doesn't have a lot of creature comforts like a motorhome, it has a lot of things I like. Excellent gas mileage. It's also got an electric generator. I can run the air conditioner at night or the heat at night if I choose to, and I don't have to worry about running the battery down, because when the battery gets low, the car starts and charges it right back up again. Not a problem. Does it automatically. So, what have we learned today? We have learned that the Class B, B plus, and C are a good way to see the USA. They really are. Will it work for me? We'll see. Hey, that's a big poem, kind of, isn't it? But we're coming into Marble Falls, Texas, guys, and this video has been not a lecture, but a study of Class B, B plus, and C motorhomes. You know, Road Trek makes a good Class B. They do. But they are very proud of it, because people that have them that are 10 and 12, 14 years old still want $20,000 or more for them. That's a fact. And that's with over 100,000 miles on it. So you are buying, in my opinion, at that level, probably a lot of problems, because you're buying an old unit with high mileage. You know, if you know something about cars and you can check them out before you buy them, good. If you don't, bad. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my, what a beautiful day. Life is an adventure. Live it one day at a time and enjoy it. Get you some green tea and some dark chocolate almonds and a Prius and go for it. Could I live in this Toyota Prius? Yep. I really could, because I've done it for 28 days in a row. And even when I did that trip 3 years ago, I wasn't near as good at it as I am now. Not even close. I was just beginning. I didn't have my organizer. I didn't have a good bed like I've got now. Didn't have a potty. I did have showering and bathing figured out, though, even though I got better at that. But I got Prius camping down for me. I got it simple. I don't have to put poo-poo. Oh, hell, I'm here at Lowe's. Shit. Shut up, Rusty. Damn. Whoa, Harsey. Whoa. Damn, ain't you got no manners? Okay, anyway, I almost passed up my Lowe's place to walk by my mouth flapping. So here I am at Lowe's hardware store, and fortunately they are not busy. I would go to Walmart, but they're usually pretty busy on Saturdays. And so we'll stop here at Lowe's. How about that, folks? So here I am, folks. Anyway, it is Saturday. It is February the 4th, the day after yesterday. And you guys have a great day. I'm going to have one. Thanks again for your comments, your support, and all that stuff, guys. Adios. Bye-bye. Adios. Bye-bye. Carpe diem. I forgot the whole deal now. Adios. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye-bye. Buy USA made. When you can. Take deep breaths. Breathe through your nose, not through your mouth, because it does relieve stress. Drink plenty of water. Stretch. Walk for exercise. Keep your health, and maybe we'll get to go in a Class B, B plus, or C sometime in the future. Bye, guys. Adios.